everyone. My name is Mark Baranek. I'm the Director of Congregational Engagement here at the Temple. It's nice to see you on Zoom. We're hoping that in the very near future, at some point, we are going to be able to see each other in person and not just the top halves of your bodies and your faces, but the entire yous. I'm actually sitting in the boardroom where I have an in-person meeting, the first in many months, and my colleagues are sitting far away. I just want to show you technology. This is how we do it. That's Jeff Graff, our executive director, and Jenny Lohar, our director of marketing and communication. And I wanted to be here at the beginning to welcome you and introduce our wonderful leader of today's session. And this is number 3. Just a few quick announcements. Please go on the website, and I know you know how to do that now after 2 classes. You see all the different programs tonight. There's a wonderful session with Marigod, sponsored by our local region of Reform synagogues. Friday, of course, the Shabbat services. We have all kinds of Passover programming, including next Monday, a battle of the charosets, where you're going to learn how to make either a Sephardic charoset or an Ashkenazi charoset. And my lovely wife, Nava, and Lisa Samuel are the 2 presenters. So that'll be fun. We have a scavenger hunt on Lincoln Road on Sunday. And of course, the following Sunday, the 28th, the second Seder, we have a community virtual Seder. It will run from 5:30 to 6:45. And then you can have dinner on your own, but we hope you can join us. You can always call me with any questions and anything that you need. You please feel free to call me. Craig will put my phone number and my information in the chat group as well. But at this point, without further ado, you're here not to hear me, but to hear the wonderful Craig Burko, who will take us into session 3 of technology for you guys. And thank you, as always, for joining us. So we have people in Palm Beach, we have people in Aventura, and of course, we have our Miami Beach and North Miami, Linda. How could I forget? And Surfside. And now I have to say wherever you all are. So, and I know where all of you live at this point. So enjoy the class. Craig,
Beautiful.
You're up.
Thank you, Mark. Very much appreciate everything. And this is going to be another wonderful program. That's my hope. That's my dream, that you achieve a greater level of confidence, a greater level of enjoyment out of going online. And it's a program that I've put together from receiving input from each and every one of you. So we're going to get straight to it, and I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to put this in presentation mode. And one of the first things I'm going to ask each and every one of you is to make sure that you mute yourselves. That's very, very important with our Zoom etiquette here on this program. That's really for the enjoyment of everyone. It's not just for me, but it's for the enjoyment of everyone. And I'm going to go down the list and make sure everyone is muted. And if you've not muted yourself, please do so. I've put up my contact information. My email is craig@tbsmb.org. My extension here at Temple Beth Shalom is extension 230. We're going to be covering a number of topics with this program. Much of the topics are from you. On the last program, I believe we had 33 people listening in or that signed into the Zoom program, and I believe there were 15 or 16 that scheduled some private time with me to review and go over some of the information, and we did that one-on-one after the event. So I welcome each and every one of you that if you would like some one-on-one sessions to go over some of this information or other questions that you may have, just email me or call me, leave voicemails if it doesn't pick up, and I'm happy to make that time happen with each and every one of you. So the first topic that we're going to share today is how to rename yourself in Zoom. So there are two ways that you can rename yourself. I want to remind everyone also, excuse me, that we are recording. There are several people have shared that they can't stay on for the entire hour, even though we probably won't go an hour. I am recording. I record each one. I not only send you my notes that you're seeing here today, but I also send each and every one of you the recording. In addition to that, I also upload it to our Temple Beth Shalom YouTube channel as well. So I just wanted to make sure I share that. So there are two options to rename yourself. The first option is in your screen where you see yourself. You simply place your mouse on the picture. You right click on the mouse. A screen will pop up with options that you see here in the black box. It'll give options such as mute my audio, stop video, rename, or even edit my profile picture. You'll simply click on rename and you will rename yourself. So once again, there are two options. The first option to rename yourself is you're going to hover your mouse and the pointer over your own Zoom picture. You'll right click and this box will come up. You'll highlight where it says rename and click on it. And there'll be a space there where you can simply rename yourself. I will tell you with security for Temple Beth Shalom, we ask that everyone sign in with their complete first and last name. And that's for security reasons. So was there a hand up? I think, let me see. Ruth, did you have a question? No, okay. So that was a mistake. So we're going to continue.
No.
Not a problem. So the second option that I want to share about is on the bottom of your Zoom window, there is what they call a Zoom taskbar. There is a menu item called Manage Participants, or Participants rather. You'll see Participants because you're an attendee. On my end as a Zoom host, I see the word Manage Participants. So on your screen, you'll see the word Participants. You'll click on the word Participants, and then on the right side of your screen, you'll see a list. And on your name, you'll right click. And again, the option will come up to rename yourself. So those are the two options to rename yourself. I think it's important. Most hosts of Zooms, for security reasons, and also perhaps out of respect to the other attendees, ask you to sign in with your complete first and last name. If you have a Zoom account, there is an option for you to
It says the chat is disabled.
that account. It says the chat is disabled. Someone is saying that. So let me.
Yeah, how do you do this if you have an iPad where I don't have a mouse?
So you simply use your finger to on the screen, just like you would use with your iPhone or a touchpad tablet. And I'm sorry if the chat is disabled. But you would simply on an iPad use your finger on the screen itself. And it's the same thing. You would go to the menu items, click on it. You know, you touch the screen and that's it. Same as your iPhone.
It's not doing it.
Okay. And I have to make sure everyone is muted here because I hear a conversation. Okay, so please, everyone mute themselves. All right, so we went over those two, and let's continue on going with how do you change your screen view in Zoom? So on the top right of your Zoom window, you'll see the word view. You'll click on the word view, and there'll be two options. There'll be a speaker view and there'll be a gallery view. Usually by default, you're probably in speaker view, but when you click on view, whatever one is checked, that's the view you're in. So in this case, if you look on the top right corner of the screen you're looking at my screen, I'm showing you examples. We are presently in gallery view, or what I'm showing you is gallery view. You can see it's checked on the top right. I've also enhanced it a little bit on the left side of my screen just to blow it up a little bit for display purposes. So we're in gallery view. If we want to go into just seeing the speaker highlighted, you would now go to the top right and click on, with your mouse, click on the word speaker view, and then all of a sudden you'll see this view. If you want to go back to gallery view, you again go to the top right with your mouse or your finger, and you click on gallery view, and that will bring you to a gallery view. This is a sample of a gallery view where you see multiple screens on the Zoom. This is another sample of a gallery view, making believe there's only one guest. And again, going to speaker view, it would showcase just the speaker. And I hope that makes a ton of sense. Again, top right corner is the way you would change your view. The beauty about Zoom is you can adjust the screen to however you wish to see. There are some people that love seeing all the faces, or there are some people that just want to see the faces off to the side or on top, but the larger part of the screen, they want to see the speaker. The beauty of Zoom is you can adjust the way you see it as what they call the viewer, or end user is the fancier term. And I hope that made a lot of sense. A lot of people are always asking me about, how do I see everyone's faces? And again, it's preference. There are some people that just want to see the face of the speaker. So again, just check mark speaker view, gallery view, and that's it. And you can alternate back and forth. Our third and fourth topic, I've decided to combine because it deals with Zoom links. It deals with invite links, and everyone is always asking me about how do I open up a hyperlink that is shared with me either via text or via email. So and a lot of that is combined with also how do you copy and paste and send an invite link. So I want to step back for a second and share that the only way you're going to send a Zoom invite link is if you're hosting a Zoom event. Otherwise, you would be receiving a link from someone who is hosting a Zoom event. And I hope that makes sense. So if you want to know how do I send a Zoom link, the first step is I assume you're hosting your own Zoom event. If you want to know how do I click on a link, that usually means you're not hosting, but you're attending. And there are numerous ways. We've covered this in program 1 and in program 2. If you're attending a Zoom, there are numerous ways to be invited and to receive that link. One is you may see a Zoom link on, for example, the homepage of our shul website, where if you go to tbsmb.org and you'll scroll down, you'll see the calendar of events, and there are numerous Zoom links. Like there was a Zoom link.
Pásame la lechosa, me la voy a comer yo. Dile a ella que me la-
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's, we have to ask everyone to please mute. I would appreciate it. Let's see who's unmuted. It can't be me. Okay. So there are numerous ways to receive Zoom, or there are numerous ways to get connected to a Zoom event. You can see a Zoom link, for example. You can see a Zoom link on the homepage of the temple website. You can receive a Zoom link in an email. You can receive a Zoom link via text. Either way, however you receive the link as an attendee, you click on that link. You have to first, you don't have to be an account holder of Zoom, but you must have the software downloaded on your device. It's free. You'll know if you have the Zoom software downloaded on your device, if you can connect directly through. If you're the first time user of Zoom and you're connecting for the first time, I can assure you, you'll get a pop-up on your screen that says, please download Zoom first. And you'll simply follow the steps. And again, it's entirely free. You do not have to be a paid account holder to simply attend Zoom events. The only time you need to formally set up an actual account with Zoom is if you eventually plan on hosting Zoom events. So we want to talk about sending a Zoom link. First, you need to sign in. So you'll go to zoom.us on whatever browser that you have. However you sign into any websites, whether it's CNN.com or I-24, the Israel News Channel, or Yahoo.com, you do the same. You open up your website browser, which to some may be Google Chrome, to some it may be Internet Explorer, to many of you on Apple devices it may be Safari. So you type in zoom.us, you see that on the left red arrow. You'll get to the Zoom homepage. You'll go to sign in. Excuse me. You'll go to sign in and you'll sign in. You'll see this come up. You'll put in your email. You'll put in your password. You'll sign in. And again, if you're sending an invitational link, this is assuming you're hosting an event, you'll go in your profile to meetings. You'll see that on the left side of your screen with the red arrow pointing to the blue highlight of meetings. Your meetings will show up. For example, I have 2 meetings that were scheduled. You'll click on whichever meeting you want to invite someone to. So I'm pointing to the 2 arrows just to show you, you can point to whichever meeting you wish to invite someone to. This is the meeting I've clicked on. On the right side, you'll see the words copy invitation. You'll click on copy invitation. And this is the part that I want everyone to understand, that when you click on copy an invitation, you'll then see this window will come up. You'll copy the meeting invitation. And now comes the phrase of the century. It says copy to clipboard. So I want everyone to know that there is no clipboard. It's an imaginary clipboard. It's in the cloud. It's imaginary. And just know the next step is to now simply paste it into an email to invite whomever you want to. So when it says copied to clipboard, there is no real clipboard. It's simply copied behind the scenes. And now what you do is you open up an email and you simply paste it into an email to send to whomever you're inviting. That was such an important subject. I'm going to do it again. So again, we're covering the subject of how do you invite someone to a Zoom that you're hosting? Make believe you've set up a Zoom for your family, or even for your business. You're going to go to your Zoom account, open up your profile, your account. On the left side of the screen, you'll click on meetings. You'll open up, and again, this is, if you take a step back, first you got to set up the meeting. So I'm assuming you've set up a meeting. You'll go to your meetings. You'll click on whatever meeting you want to invite someone to. On the right-hand side of this meeting, you'll see the words copy invitation. It's to the right of the blue bubble here that says click on, that's a typo there, but it should say click on copy invitation. You'll copy the invitation. And this highlight will come up. You'll click on copy meeting invitation. It'll say copy to clipboard. Perfect. It's an imaginary clipboard. Next step immediately is go to your email, whatever you use to open up email, whether it's Gmail, Yahoo, whatever, Earthlink, whatever email you have, Bell South, paste it in and click send. All right, topic 5, replying, forwarding, attaching, and sending emails. So very simple. We want to open up your email. You create an email and you simply send. Let's keep going. So we've sent an email and now we want to attach a file. Everyone's always asking me, okay, not a problem. I know how to send an email. How do I attach a file? So on whether it's Gmail or AOL or Yahoo, there's usually something in your email with a clip, a paper clip, and you see it on my screen. I've with a red arrow, there's a paper clip, and that means to attach a file. Everyone's also asking me, well, what can I attach? You can attach a recording file. It's usually what they call an MP4 or an MP3. Excuse me. You can attach a video file. You can attach an audio file. You can attach a Word document. You can attach a photo, which they usually the extension is called, or the abbreviation is called a JPEG or a PNG. You can attach a Word doc, which is usually DOC or PDF. Either way, you look for the paper clip and you click on it, and that will usually take you to all your documents. On the left side of the screen, you'll see a number of menu items that will show up. Usually looks like this on the left: desktop, downloads, documents, pictures. In all likelihood, your documents are in the Documents tab. You would click on Documents, and this screen comes up. And you're looking at numerous amount of documents that I have. You highlight the document that you wish to attach. So you look for that file, you click on it, and then usually you'll press the word Insert, and that will attach the document or the photo or the video or the audio file to your email, and it will come up like this. When you receive an email from Craig Burko post event, this is what you would normally receive. You'd receive an email like this, and you would normally see an attachment in your email that you would eventually open. So I've showed you how to send, how to attach, and I'd like to show you how you can forward an email. So make believe this is an email that we want to forward. We click on any email that you wish to forward. In this case, we're making believe it's a Zoom invitation that we're emailing. You click on it. This will open up the email. And on the right side of the screen, you'll see those words reply, reply all, or the word forward. And in this case, it's highlighted again with the red arrow. You click on that word forward. I also highlighted the word reply for you. So if you want to reply to an email, you click on reply. If you want to, if there's several people that sent you an email, the respectful thing is to hit reply all, so everyone in the group is being replied to, unless the individual says, you know, just reply to me. Usually if someone's sending you a group email, they probably want you to hit reply all, so everyone is in the loop of the reply. So there's reply all, there's forward. And again, to forward an email, you go to whatever email you wish to forward. In this case, I'm forwarding a Zoom invite. I'm clicking on the Zoom invite. I'm clicking on the word forward, and it's going to forward my email. If you are simply replying to an email, you click reply. Okay, perfect. So our last topic today is a topic that many people are asking me about, our Shul Facebook page and our Shul YouTube channel. I'll go over the Facebook page first, but I wanted to talk about YouTube. The reason I share about YouTube is because so many of our temple events, whether they are minyan services, Shabbos services, brotherhood or sisterhood events, many programs from our school, you'll find all of these recordings on our temple YouTube page. You'll find many of them also on our Facebook page, but the easiest thing to do is to find our temple YouTube page. And I hope that makes a ton of sense. Let's talk about first our temple YouTube page. What I really, temple Facebook page, I want to show you the easiest way to find our temple Facebook page. Open up your web browser, which means go to however you open up your websites, Google Chrome, Apple Safari, Internet Explorer, however you open up websites, go to that browser, type in the Shul website, which again is tbsmb.org. This will take you to our homepage. This is a sample of our homepage right there. And you'll scroll down on the homepage, and on the bottom of the homepage, you'll see a number of these logos. In this case, look for the Facebook logo. So again, you're going to go to our Shul homepage at tvsmb.org. Scroll down with your mouse And for Ruth, who asked me about how do you do this on a touchpad, like a tablet or a laptop that's touchpad, or your iPhone or your phone or your iPad, you simply move up and down with your finger. So you're going to scroll down on the home page until you see the Facebook logo, this is what the logo looks like for those that are unaware of it. Take your mouse, hover over the logo, click on it, and that will take you directly to our Temple Facebook page. On our Temple Facebook page, you'll see everything from our last Shabbos service to our last Minyan service to advertisements for upcoming events, whether it's Rabbi Glickstein's programs, for example, that are today at 5 o'clock, or Mr. Baranik's meetups on Tuesdays at 5 and Thursdays at 5, or Israel meetup Mondays at 4 p.m. Kavanaugh Council's meditations Tuesday at 7 p.m. or Fridays at noon. You can see many of these on our Temple Facebook page. So let's go ahead and share about our Shul YouTube page. Again, you would go to the easiest way is to go to the Temple homepage, tbsmb.org again. You'll scroll down till you see the YouTube logo. Take your mouse, hover over it or your finger, double click on it, and that will take you to our Temple YouTube page. I love our Temple YouTube page, not only because I'm an employee and I upload so many of these videos for our clergy and our marketing and communications department, but I enjoy going back. I may be an employee, but I love being a proud congregant of our temple. I'm sure just like you are. And on many days, I go back and listen to I listen to Kol Nidra services that are there from several years ago, or I listen to interviews that Mark Baranik did with Brotherhood, or wonderful cooking events that our sisterhood did. So our YouTube channel, when you're on there, click on the word videos, and that will take you to this page where you'll see in dated order all of the videos. You can click on any of these. There's no passcode needed. There's no secret code. You click on any video and watch any of the recordings that you wish. And you can see there's bar and bat mitzvah recordings. There's videos that Cantor Siegel has done, song and music, cooking events, a tribute to, for example, that Rabbi Glickstein did to Rabbi Lord Jonathan Sachs on his passing. So, I hope you get to enjoy these two social media channels for our for Temple, for Facebook and for our YouTube. So, what I want to do now is normally I don't do this, but I'd love to open up for any questions that you may have. Let's just spend 5 minutes, and I'll try my best to open up, because I know whether anybody says it or not, a number of people are going to call me and ask me for a one-on-one session instead of asking a question. And I love doing those as well. I consider it a mitzvah and an honor to do those. But if anybody has any questions for the next 5 minutes, I'd like to open up the floor and answer any of those questions. So any questions, please. Anita, go ahead. You just have to unmute yourself.
How do you change the background on your Zoom picture?
How do you change the background on your Zoom picture? So I don't know if you can see that on my screen, but on the bottom of, I'll just walk you through it. On the bottom of your screen is a word called video. It's to the right of the word mute. It's on your Zoom taskbar. So there's a little arrow that you click on, and I'm doing it on my screen, where when you click on next to the word video, several items come up regarding your camera. It'll say usually the camera you're using. It'll say choose virtual background, choose video filter, video settings. You can even adjust yourself like it even adjusts for improper lighting. It'll actually make you look like, in my case, that I have more hair, if you can believe that. Listen, let me get at least a smile out of someone for that comment. I'm just kidding with you. But I want each of you, once we log off, if you're attending next meeting, or I could do this with you one-on-one, because I don't think it's going to show up on the screen. You'll go next to the video button. There's a arrow up, and you'll have options that says choose virtual background. You can choose a video filter. You can even upload various backgrounds. There's a background where you can like fog out your background. You can upload a background of San Francisco, of New York City. In my case, I put a picture of my mother-in-law because she pays me well. I hope I answered that question for you, Anita. Okay, Rachel, you have a question?
Yeah, it's a real quick question. In the back to renaming.
Yeah.
You want to rename? I assume if you want to change a phone number, you could do it in the same under rename.
A phone number for what reason? What do you mean?
Because I made a typo. So it's not.
But your phone number, you're adding your phone number for what reason?
Oh, because when I signed into Zoom, they asked for it, so I put it in.
They ask for a phone number.
Yeah.
Okay, well, yes, if it's a wrong phone number and you want to edit it, you simply go to the web portal, zoom.us.
Yeah.
You sign in, and it'll ask you, there'll be on the left hand, I think it's on the right hand side under your name. You'll click on your name and you'll see account settings.
Okay.
It's a very, very, very simple process. And I'm happy to walk you through that.
Okay, thanks.
Rob, what question? Go ahead and unmute yourself, Robert. Or Bob.
Trying to. That's my problem.
Your problem is muting and unmuting?
Yeah.
All right, you better go back and watch that first class.
Okay, but seriously.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you, yes.
That's all I wanted to know.
Okay. All right, well, listen, that's a positive sign that I can hear you. All right, Anita, you have a question?
I had a problem at a meeting last night and it just didn't, it wasn't working. I just wanted to check.
Yeah, in actuality, that's actually a serious issue. So that's why when I'm hosting a Zoom, I try to show up 15 to 20 minutes early. And there is a way to test the sound and the audio by yourself. You don't have to have another attendee on. You can go to, just like with Anita, we shared about how to adjust the background in the video setting. If you go on the bottom Zoom taskbar where it has the microphone, there's an arrow up as well.
Yeah.
Where you can do a self-test on the microphone that you're using. So if you want to know before whether you're doing something for work or whether you're doing something for personal, and you want to get on early and test your microphone and the audio, you simply go to the Zoom taskbar on the bottom of the screen where it says the microphone, there's an arrow up right next to it, and you'll be able to do a self-test on the audio. And I hope that makes sense. And I'm happy to walk you through that at a private time.
Thank you.
We just have another minute or two. Anita, you have a question?
Yeah, so I go to the video and I go to choose virtual background.
Yeah.
And then it says that either my computer or something can't handle it. And when I go onto virtual backgrounds, it says there are none.
Me
How
too,
do you
that's-
bring in the virtual background?
Okay, so what it either does not have, what we should do with your account is we should update it, because usually there are several options that Zoom already provides. Like, for example, there's a back, it's already what they call pre-populated in the account. So perhaps we need to update the Zoom account, and that way Zoom preloads like 3 options. There's a rainbow background, there's a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge. I know that for a fact, or you can upload your own backgrounds.
And how
Anita,
do I?
if you reach out to me, I'll work with you privately to make that happen.
Oh,
Okay.
me too. She
Linda?
stole my question. That was mine says none also.
Okay, so I'll work with both of you on that.
Okay.
Time for one more question. Anybody else?
I have a question. If you are in a filter, if you choose a filter within those settings, can you make that filter permanent for all your meetings you set up for that day? Or does it vary each time that you set up a new meeting?
Yeah, you can save it. Absolutely.
How?
There is an option. You have to go back into the web portal and save it in your settings. There's basic meeting savings and there's advanced meeting savings. Raquel, if you call me, I'll show you how to do it,
Thank you.
because I save it on mine.
Thank you. Thank
I
you.
have the custom setting on mine for lighting, as well as to make me look a little bit better.
Okay, thank you.
So I have to look as good as possible for my fellow congregants,
Thank you.
especially for Dale Gratz, because I'm just kidding. I have to always look good for everybody. Okay. I thank each and every one of you for being here today. I consider this an honor and a mitzvah to do this, not only as an employee, but as a fellow congregant. And I welcome all your questions. I welcome each of you to call me to schedule a one-on-one tech support question. No question is wrong. No question is too trivial. Many of you already know that if I don't know the answer, I'm going to be humble with you and tell you I don't know, and I'll research the answer and get back to you. I promise. I'll do the very best that I can. Okay?
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
Okay, a pleasure. And everyone stay healthy, stay safe, and we'll see everyone soon. I'll send you these notes and I'll send you the recording in the next day or two.
Are
And
you
look for the next event in
Do you have a
April.
date for April?
I don't have a date yet. It'll be probably the 2nd or 3rd Wednesday in April.
Okay.
I think it may be, I don't want to tell you when, but it's definitely going to happen.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
take care, everyone. Have a
Thank you.
wonderful day. Stay
Thank
healthy.
you.
Awesome. Happy Pesach.
Happy Pesach. Take care.
I have a question.
Mikey, I'm going to have to sign off, but you give me a call.
All right, I'll call you.
Okay, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.